na manope nyema ko se
so I want to come to bed to me ya a first trophy
majide
first trophy first major trophy and I say
major dey ya je le nye trophy
what's that your trophy nti dey na ekuto na na
me person me use west but say the trophy
acho your radio su uti di pam pim esikafo adefo so hu penifo etitire na ehwe me so esa tie yen
but enye trophy enye major trophy
e na o treasure trophies
Mickey Mouse trophy enye trophy nya dia abe aha wani me started the boy chi me hu preseason Man United mo board ntinyamo ye enye ade hu ya enu akra wan hye obodro na transitions na team veget 12 munye bibi hu ya si anya to wase bo na mo bo no yes na fa bi na ye anything you be analysis na fa bi won my shame crime but it doesn't mean we any trophy cup we last season Enzo Maresca free championship by oje odunumu so wan fa nya bibia
ano dey heading
in order to conference the club world cup but what the trophy we the first say down was what the first major trophy Manchester United the trophy so
and trophy near dey
Mickey Mouse trophy
sani a trophy no
summer series say Mickey Mouse obi an fan kasa
you see
any Arsenal so called J Emirates Cup ni Barcelona ji one cup
eno ye Arsenal sam me team sam na make
omo gas waji major trophy
eno dey me problem
we any trophies
dey me person me kire say ya ji a major trophy di regular season ni mu
is there a major trophy in fact major trophy be in regular season no only major trophy in regular season mu super cup ni ade we any major trophy me so e dey na major trophy ni dey match na o create the cup no ma akra se mo je ase mo nyina mo de man kra
and I was trophy near there Mickey Mouse
trophy Mickey Mouse
when communion
eh
I uka sorry
bulls ya no no
and there so communion there the two onum na nkasa no ye ta kan bread on trophy na mkoje na mu dwa nipa so mu no
mu ne
se ewiase na mo na mo ye the best club no trophy na mo je na communion trophy
we odie
ketebose
odie da we go
ya ji trophy o abedina say Mickey Mouse
sama is club stripper boy we
bobo club na boy o betimi abobo boy
Bournemouth movie
so meba o bo anu anya botere so Bournemouth
we say 3 clubs
Bournemouth result last season
3 clubs the boy Bournemouth ebobi West Ham ebobi Everton ebobi mo nyina say mo say 16 for 15 for
the uncle check it table no
don't go check it table who dey say
oh na 16 for na yan ko check it table na
na West Ham would say and away from the West Ham D check your West Ham D na check baby a AED your friend say Everton D na check baby a Bournemouth D omo me big boys no be in an andi gacho no be more rest be more holidays and then a big boys na returning to preseason ya na say na to was omo me big boys kakra no so no be more Asia and pay be match it won't count don't rush it why
ya tro why na wan kasa wo de ban ya tro den na
summer series and that's a summer cup summer series
and ase ne den
champions na nipa 3 come
boy yenko yenim
na say they are champion dey be baby a KG2 omo choice am school be the first one e no choice na wa ben e wo school mo
azame na oka no
me say so ko KG2 na so omo choice am so ha obi the first I don't just say KG2 ni no defense on one
enti anopen wo gia tum say trophies ni or trophy
na me tell the hand to Mickey Mouse
okay so what you say say ada mini problem
ani
enti sa na tie dia emigina na nka nche say sa communion trophy bi na mkoje no
trophy ni dia mo bi badge on bo so 4 years no we obi akwa asem who players want to be a position badge trophy obi no Man United player ben no position badge trophy the Mr. United player ben want to position badge trophy
anopa onko media no so onko
ferry we a trophy
ko XCA trending number 1 oh nyabotre
trending number 1
so obesi akone sa e na ebetumi akone sa trending number 1 is Manchester United and the reason here say ya a major trophy And your more teams to say West Ham.
Now the West Ham your team.
Now Premier League now we have
senior West Ham and Corey, Graham Potter team West Ham and West Ham
here then and Gary.
Corey.
West Ham here then and Gary.
Check baby West Ham D. Check baby one D.
They name say ya G major trophy into yam kwen
any major trophy massa. Any major trophy massa. No credit. Oko XCR trending number 1. Akwatia by election any university.
Any Ghana.
Who trying to
oh.
Not a Ghana.
And I want what?
What you trade?
Hold on.
Not a Ghana is a word.
No.
David you missing Ghana.
Missing training number 1. Oh, go out Ghana.
No, but Ghana is a word. It's you trade no word. They say Ghana.
That's why now the Indian Common.
Do what you have to say.
Oh no. Me too. Yeah, and I have family.
Oh wow.
Me and I love what I watch.
First half, yes.
Both halves in now.
Yes, super. Any super. So you have to watch it. Any super. Rich. And now, boy, no two boys.
If you mention it, Mbuemo or a hybrid of Ronaldinho and Lionel Messi combined.
Hybrid.
Hybrid. As a waka Ronaldinho, any Messi, omu prime, big time.
See, and now, Mbuemo last game of the summer series, and you won. Congratulations to Manchester United. No problem. A very, very good feat, and now we winning summer series. I think that in possession, maybe one more Ruben Amorim here for me. I felt that okay. Now it looks as if say in possession, Ruben Amorim has almost everything that he needs to play this kind of football, but for one thing, and Makani several times, just a midfielder comfortable enough to sustain pressure and sustain the possession. Now, Oche mu game na mo call now, Rich. Mubo mu 2 wing backs no in opposite direction. It is Oche ya. It's Diogo Dalot and Koyuza Lobo on the right hand side no, played from the left. Then Amad Diallo rather played from the right. Now, Adinti and Ruben Amorim yes sir. In fact, when I saw that, I was excited. We are United here. Come and see something. The fact that he played opposite wing backs in their opposite positions, no, for me excited me and I felt okay. Ruben Amorim person maybe. Who said they be see any Ruben Amorim in common? Yes, about in a 3-5-2 or a different variation of the 3-4-3 with inside things. Now, what that an advantage that gives Manchester United is say a lot of central overloads. Near kind of central overloads, no. Unya players be park in Fiifi. It is Sadia. Senka Ubo left-footed player on the left winger. Normally on the back of byline. It's your say in this situation. And Kaboni Beka and Branch friend Amad Diallo on the left hand side. He would have taken it to the byline. And Kobaka cross. He will stay on the byline. But because you are playing Amad Diallo in an opposite position, Boni Beka on the left to Swa, he is forced to go inside into Shea. It brought Manchester United players in close proximity to each other for quick one-touch passes. And that's what I'm saying, that in possession, United were brilliant. But that also has a downside. It was a United team now. Boni become Diola. Quick, no be a 1, 2, 3, no more. And then now kind of transitions. No, the transitions were good. They were very, very good in between the lines. In fact, I was pleasantly surprised. But the problem is
that say about season you so far, team amounts and the transition is smooth. Manchester United.
The problem was that in such a situation, watch.
And yeah, Jimmy Timmy no rough.
Here it is.
More Penny, Bruno, Amadino, Mbuemo Cunha. Radiame. Mbuemo Ndie. I say a pet 20 cocaine.
As I'm very for
when you bought Papa.
Rich, the in possession was good, honestly speaking. But only say so obey very objective and way aside. You realize now, want me keep it born and chessa. I thought it'd be an asimo lose,
especially defense.
Hanama Bonamba be pinte.
Too porous.
That is why Rich, I was telling the last time that you need a controller.
Yeah. I know I'm a grandma.
Yeah, you need a controller. Yes. Shesko but I think that if you need you get a central midfielder to control the game, know when to play for it sometimes, when to hold on to the ball, and then control the transition. It was good. Rich, to be very honest, I love in possession Manchester United. The only thing was that after someone losing possession, I became a 4-4-2 without the ball. That is where I wasn't too excited, Rich. The connection of Brian Mbuemo, Bruno, and Mbuemo Cunha centrally was one of the best things that I saw with Manchester United. And the central overloads was brilliant. And like I was telling you, the closeness and as a proximity of everybody in between the lines was also a very, very good one for Manchester United. How you control the ball.
On the ball,
so me catch you say naturally on ball Rich, you see, and then you see coach who developing number 6 fashion trim say and then number 6 and so no who ball ni be ball
no ni crowd.
Yeah, number 6 top teams will not use you like that. And I think that's why Manchester United maybe have to go down and then find where to get in number 6. And now Moji first trophy.
Pacho be a trophy me no
Pacho me be
Mickey Mouse trophy now can.
Na so we na trophy we hear you so.
Wa trophy gina o kakaka giant trophy. We say Mickey Mouse.
And then giant trophy we a giant.
Bakofi ene pan me so analyst.
Are.
We are very, very good.
You come more than analyst.
Say who observe what they are. We are very, very good.
You come more than analyst.
At the end of who Bruno Mbuemo Cunha now say.
But we can't get out there.
No, and you'll be behind the who's out there. And you'll be behind the who. And on a watch says, oh, you're top notch. Why are they?
No, see, we are.
I am Mbuemo.
We are not the phone. And I picture we are the.
But you're fake.
We fake.
Now we're not saying or not.
Because the phone there.
Fine, man. Fine, man.
The phone there.
Oh, there. Now, if you were now, we're boys in Nefuti.
Who is the boys in Russia?
No, I'm out for who born our bonner. And on my start to show me and Craby being in true.
But the food there no close up.
I want the game 90 minutes.
Maybe I said something to you.
Me say circulate X and you crack.
Okay, if you don't go di.
Why?
You call Cameroon.
Oh, yeah.
Cameroon the Gary.
No, one come baby or England.
No.
So no train say you be really do know what joining US. To be on the first game ni and say Kofi, what they play how won the first game at the Manchester United. Look at the combination.
Oh yeah,
with Amadino,
Cunha,
oh my goodness. This is a proper player.
But I can't defense the midfield. But this summer, I'm over to come. That's it. Yeah, change some over to season. Richard, transfer stories no be better to form updates any other day. Yesterday, Chelsea officially unveiled Abrante friend Joao Hato. But before we go that, Rich Barca phone say the registration of Abrante friend Juan Garcia is imminent. Tuesday, and Abrante friend Marc-Andre ter Stegen, Ekoye Sani said, with Sergio Emilio Leglis El Bordeaux. Now he is back. Barca will have a crunch meeting with him. When you say they are supposed to send the documents of the medical data of Abrante friend ter Stegen to the Spanish Football Federation board, La Liga board. Said Omatia says okay because of this injury and recovery, he'll be out for 5 months. And they say even before that, Barca will be able to register Abrante friend Juan Garcia to be on next goalkeeper. The good news is that Barca are closing in on going back to the Spotify Camp Nou around the 12th and 13th of September in that game against Valencia and El Honom. A contract extension for Abrante friend Eric Garcia is very, very close. Very, very, very close. Which is a Barca a lot of midfielders. Casado, Banal, Pedri, Gavi, midfielders. Even Daniel Olmo to an extent as an extended midfielder of Barca team in him. And today, Barca for say, you obi to say Eric Garcia. They don't see Eric Garcia as a midfielder, but more of a backup to Abrante friend Jules Koundé, because Abrante friend Hector Fort most likely is going to lead the club, and they have to make sure say no a backup in the defense area. Which yesterday officially, Chelsea announced Abrante friend Joao Hato. I want to indulge you in terms of fullback depth. Is there any club that has the quality that Chelsea has, Anna?
Is there? I doubt.
Especially just for fullbacks. because right back Chelsea Rhys James and Malo Gusto. Say
from position to be work 3.
Yeah.
4.
Yeah. Because even at right back Joshua Champon betimi ababeka ho. Say over Rhys James obetimi abo as part of a 3 back. And you see enema Chelsea full back on Ehuno. They have somebody that can play as part of a back 3. Rhys James corner betimabo as an inverted midfielder, like he played in the Club World Cup final against Paris Saint-Germain. Then there is Malo Gusto. So both of them can play as the conventional fullback, and they be kind of say or go up and down the touchline, no, as doing overlaps and underlaps and the likes. No, they can do that for you. Rich, Yasanso Malo Gusto, most times last season he inverts into the half space. I remember more like on top of the diamond as a number 80B, sir. It is same for the left back. Last season, Marco Correa could play as an attacking midfielder against Bournemouth for 1 into the half space. Open as an inverted fullback or Obama. Open as a normal fullback to keep the waiter. Again, Marco Correa does that for you. Then they've added another 19-year-old Jaro Hato, who is athletic enough to keep the width, athletic enough to play inverted, athletic enough to play as part of a back 3. Chelsea just needs either of these two to always be constant for them. They can always variate. Now, and now when you listen to the guys, I was saying they're returning for preseason and then Madrid are returning and all of the players are in. You see, Chelsea for only some plan, they say they want it to be difficult for clubs to predict how they are going to play. Any of the players can be starting. Exactly. But sometimes a fair idea, you're able to prepare. So, team where but if only fair idea, it leaves you in a little bit of a dilemma in terms of finding who is going to play where. Rich and now, João had to buy 7 years contracts. And on the baby realm, Utie Ayas Amsterdam for now. Almost say Chelsea for now should take care of our branch friend João Hato. And now, making a debut for the Dutch national team in November 2023. 6 times Wabo games Rotterdam. Obama Ajax in the 23-25 season, and in 2025 to 2032, they are all contracts with Chelsea Football Club. Now, Rich, Abra Chelsea for one unveiling a branch friend João Hato pet and a Javi Simons. Echo ne post nasi. And echo commenting was yes, me boy. Rich, at this point in time, I think Javi Simons is pushy for the deal for Chelsea Football Club because while you lives you can finish buy mo. Boy and buy now Santa could comment was here. It is clear that Javi Simons is preparing to join Chelsea Football Club. What we are hearing, and they said, like I've said several times, Chelsea has to sell. Even after Amando Bruyan, I think that still let's say Chelsea yes sales and sign Javi Simons baba. Still let's say sales ever. Ideally it is Christopher and Kuku. But Rich, in the negotiation for Menanajo for a branch of friend Javi Simons, Leipzig Forum have asked for a possible swap, not a direct swap, but a possible swap to an extent between Javi Simons and a branch of friend Tyree George. Makani several times said for me, Tyree George instead of a player, me 2 and 2 is about as a young player. And on a lot of game time with Chelsea. Although Tyree George Nangasa Suji said the competition is a little bit too much for him and he probably has to go elsewhere. Leipzig phone have asked questions about him. Chelsea phone will be willing to let Tyree George go permanently, either to Leipzig or any other club, but most likely to Leipzig. Send a baby to facilitate the deal for Brantia, your friend Javi Simons. It will happen. It's only a matter of time, and it's because Chelsea phone have to make sales. Christopher and Kuku and Chelsea phone return here. He won't be part of the pack. Because on also air chain, the move will debate me a free Chelsea Football Club on no be BBI aye kama. The head is Estevan Willian, star boy no, is in London. Okay. It's and then boys thing now but no more training near there. He's going to be part of the pack. Ombe ye yomu training, ombe planning na BBI aye kama for and then preseason no more starting. It's Estevan Willian beba, Kupama beba, Dario Sugu beba, Rhys James Muna. Part of the team that Chelsea are going to have. The plan is to make sure that next season they will play and play. Me who I did Malo Gusto Instagram, and I was excited. Rich Malo Gusto said, although Omaji Club World Cup no, Omunim say trophies be on ma. Asumbu we are searching Club World Cup. And as the season starts, that is where the focus is on. We will see how Chelsea will go on in terms of the rest of the season. Club World Cup, that's so much Club World Cup, no, all the other games. Which when I heard this over the weekend, I was excited. A good
Party to Villarreal.
For you near Thomas Day Party is when you a move to Villarreal. And it's a place where he can.
But I shock him a kakra so Uncle Saudi Arabia. I don't know,
Now,
say be our new suitors or there.
who to me have Villarreal suitors, a bit many Saudi Arabia suitors. Maybe he still wants to play you. In the day, this can come on it. Make a choice say, Pakemo, come on there and say, meal. Oh no, rich. £250 a week there. Watching the bear for 5 years. And yet, party did. I mean, he is.
Uncle Pebinka.
Uncle Pekka Saudi Arabia. I think that definitely he is going to go to Saudi Arabia when the time is due. Maybe it's a time no so. Or Saudi Arabia. Ademola Lookman is saying, I'm not excited, Rich. Atalanta has to find a way.
If you check on say Pepe na
Ademola
Lookman. Let me catch you say. You need time.
Yeah, Madrid boys and Swaba.
Come me ma video bi.
Video where?
Me smart go now say no akate na new.
I am one shopuni.
I'm telling you.
I am one shopuni.
I was shocked.
Na say me smart catch you a top player. Una na.
What me say pass na buy no akate na this you.
Yeah, send what you can hopun da.
And no ball when say.
Me smart or a top player no there. I know there are no two ways about this guy. I'm catch you say.
The new Messi Mount.
Or a new one.
The new Messi Mount.
And they say this year no better scanner motor no.
And now go now Branton and say dear mamma mia.
Mati Rich.
No, and now we share game maybe. When to marry be on. Me have me video na.
Na say dog on Man United new.
Oh, me force I'm an review.
Oh no, bossing.
Go near serious.
It's guys are going serious.
A serious papa. Say play a katan any bastel. Abobo enya angle no. Ana open
Michelle, and me coach kakra bia de ma wetie for. Nti ma menye fast na me fa mom se na bia dog a bit ma to so. Na we di apomuden komo no. E di am Rich. Me first code no eh BW8E982E3 and first code no. I was screens no eso. Second one no BW8E96FEO. Third one a BW8E969B7 and the last one a BW8E9567F. Richard.
Okay, because I'm going to say